Hi, hello everyone.
Yeah. Hello, Pankaj.
Hi, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So finally you could get in. But you are on mobile or laptop then?
No, I'm on mobile but using on laptop but using mobile data.
Okay. That's fine. So you'll be able to continue, right? So you got the connection.
Yeah, should be fine. Yes.
Okay. So shall we start? Shall we introduce you?
Yeah.
Okay. So good evening, everyone. So welcome to this evening session again. So we have with us Mr. Pankaj Sharma. Pankaj is currently working as a senior software engineer at Mphasis Limited. He is a data scientist with an experience in executing data-driven solutions to increase efficiency, accuracy, and utility of internal data processing. He is experienced at creating data regression models, using predictive data modeling, and analyzing data mining algorithms to deliver insights and implement action-oriented solutions to the complex business problems. He is a senior developer with more than 7 years of IT experience in developing and supporting the web-based in Tier 2 and Tier architecture applications using PLSQL, HTML, with jQuery. He has about 2.5 years of working experience on client side as an on-site coordinator with an onshore-offshore model on development and maintenance project. He has strong database maintenance and development skills with extensive knowledge in creating and working with PLSQL packages, functions, and triggers. He has capabilities to explore, learn, and understand newer business domains and technology. So I welcome you, Pankaj, to this session. And I know you were trying to get connected from, I think, half an hour, 20 minutes or half an hour, but finally you got connectivity. Thank God. So thank you very much. I'm looking forward for your session. So I'm going to share the screen, and entire 2 hours are yours.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay. So I'll share the link. Everyone can please open it. Due to the issue, actually, I'm not able to load all the data sets. So one of the data set is still in loading phase. So hopefully it gets loaded soon. So meanwhile, I'll start on my system. So can see the screen.
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Okay, and did we manage to open folder? Okay, right. Okay, so and my screen is visible as well, right? Okay, voice is big. Okay, so starting with the recommendation system. So I'm sure everyone is aware this day of digital world, how important it is recommendation to have a recommendation. Example, if you visit any any website or say any online streaming services, you would always like to get some recommended videos or music, or simple example, Amazon or Flipkart, right? It gives you a recommendation, right? So in today's world, it's very important to have a recommendation system. All right. So we are going to take a small example of that small use case. Actually, this is very vast field. Like Netflix has been trying to build its recommendation system for years. So it's not like something that could be explained in span of hours. But yeah, so as far as much as we can try to do that. So basically, recommendation system works on two approaches. One is collaborative filtering. So it tries to filter the information, right? It has a, for example, say a list of, like, it has thousands of videos or thousands of tracks. Okay, so whenever a user is trying to, it tries to play a track, then after it gets played, there are like another 10,000. So which one to recommend the user so that it doesn't leave your site. Okay, so they follow two types of approach. First is content-based filtering, and next is collaborative. So in content-based filtering, what they do is they try to find the past reviews on a product or an item, right? What were the reviews like they have got 1,000 or 10,000 videos, so 100 of them were reviewed very like 4, 4.5 and 5. Okay, so they would try to recommend that to you based on other users, based on the reviews they got on their product. Okay, so that is just content based, the ones you rated. And another one is collaborative. Collaborative means it's not only based on individual content of the video, it will also be based on your personalized experience, like your gender, your location, your age, and similar age group, what they would like to watch, right? So that is how the recommendation system would work. So these are the two approaches they follow. So combination of these two, they apply on their websites, not directly on website, but they have an ML model. Yesterday you must have learned how to deploy them class, and use it as an API. So whenever user watches any video or hears any music, okay, that feedback goes to that API and it tries to recommend the other products or other items which the user might be interested in. Okay, so that was an overview of what is the recommendation system and how it can be useful. So I've picked one problem statement from one of the music streaming service. So they have given us a data of user and their song selection or the tracks which they have listened. And there is what is a column or say information given where it mentions that track has been listened more than one times, which means it is one of the recommended ones. So the target is one, means it is recommended. Okay, so based on these dataset columns, we have to predict given a song will that be recommended or not, like 1 or 0. Okay, so taking this as say a classification problem, as I think we already had a session in the morning for random forest. So it would be good if we try to use that and implement in one of the real-time problems. So starting with, let me check if data set is. So is everyone did, did everyone just read through this like basic to get an idea what is it? what's the problem statement and what is the data. So yes, there are four CSV files. Okay, which one to download? So you have to download. Actually, you have to download all of them. Well, let me specifically you don't need. So you need test and train and members is still being downloaded. So need to wait a bit. Theory, whatever is written, everyone has gone through that. Like basic idea. This is my data set. It has got message number, song ID, source system tab, source screen name, and this. This is the data present in that Excel. Train.csv or test.csv. Okay. Till then, I need to start with continue with this. So moving on. Has anyone else opened? Vandana, I can see. Else tried. Yes, you can download. So meanwhile, can I continue like what we file size is big? Yeah, that's what that is the problem. I've taken that from the problems to give a real time experience, but because of that size. Okay, so if I just explain until then, will that be okay? And then when it is downloaded, you can give a try. Fine. Okay. So Vandana says yes. Okay. So basically, this part is really what we are trying to do is import all the libraries we might need. So I think random forest is something you have learned. If you know that random forest is a kind of ensemble technique where it uses decision trees internally and then it breaks. There's a technique called bagging and boosting. Okay, so it uses the technique of bagging, creating multiple decision trees and then trying to get the output or say resultant to classify and create a model based on that. Right. So similarly, we have XGBoost, which is very popular these days because of it implements both the techniques bagging and boosting. So it not only does the work of random forest, but also it does what we say is boost. Like every error, it tries to correct itself. Okay, so it has been quite popular. So that's why I thought to use these two algorithms to try to see what's the difference we see using those. So now this is the input. Now this line, I think every one of you should be aware that we just need to read the CSV, and the reason I have to take sample because of like it has got millions of rows. Okay, on laptop it cannot process, so that's why I wanted to do on collab. If you try to run without a fraction, okay, on your laptops, It will take like minutes or maybe an hour, depending on your configuration. Okay, so that's why I have to do this. First line is reading that CSV file and then sampling it. Only 10% of the samples are picked up. So now other thing we have, okay, let me run this. So it is you can see it is still running. So is everyone using Collab or local Jupyter notebook? It's Collab, right? Okay. Okay, so you must be familiar with it. So no issue with that. You can go on running. So so it has now. So it has a train CSV. If I want to see what is the content, let's say just def dot head. Let's see what does it have. So this so it has got these columns. A message number, song ID, source system tab, which means from which in the app there are different systems. To see what the source system means, the name of the tab where it was triggered, right? Like home or say my files or something, right? Within that, so that shows where it was triggered. Source name. So there's another name of the layout. So side the app there must be another screen. Say recent ones or something. So this is the information we are getting in this DF. Okay. Now what we will try to do is load another which is related to that. So it has got song ID, right? We need to correlate it to songs. I'll try to load this. So songs should be loaded now. So if I run songs, so it has song ID, song length, genre, and composer. So these are another, for if someone tries to listen a song, right? This one, this has song ID, so we need to link the song ID to this to get more information, like what is the length of the song. If the song is, where is the set upload? Okay, so file is uploaded. But is yet to be loaded. So if you do you run via this, you will load. So you need. So if you place it on your drive, you can directly access it, right? How you guys do it? Normally you upload it from that upload button you get. Is it? Okay, so you don't use from the locally mounted drive. Okay. So I haven't written that. Okay. Okay, okay. So that code I haven't written. Okay. So you have mounted your drive. So were you able to run this part? And then what do you get if you run os.his directory?
So, am I audible to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is Apeksha. Actually, many of us have found that the drive link which you have shared has only 4 CSVs, which doesn't have train.csv. It has test.csv, songs.csv, song
Yeah.
underscore extra underscore info, and sample underscore summation. But it doesn't have train.csv. And one more thing that we can mount from the drive as well. Like we just need to run that sale and we need to get the authorization code from the link given to us, right? So we can do that. Okay. Because to getting download the files, the size is too huge that since 15 minutes, I am still in the process of downloading. So instead of that, I have just mounted my drive.
Oh.
And it got like that is a speedy one compared to getting downloading the files.
Yeah. That's all right. So what you need to do is
it asks the authorization code and the link is provided over there, and we just need to click on the link and we get to the authorization code, right? And I have just copy pasted that authorization code and my drive got mounted.
Okay, great.
Yeah, because so far we have not done this way, so many of us may not able to do it. So you just explain so that those who don't aware about it, they will follow the steps and they can easily mount their drive.
Yeah. So basically, it has got this. Okay, might not give again. I have already mounted. It says, but it gives an authorization link. I mean, this is. I found this easier way because you don't have to upload it. All you need to do is go to your drive and add the files here. Anywhere, you can create a folder and add it here. All right, and then all you need to do is mount that drive. So after mounting, it says drive already mounted at this. Okay, so now all you need to do is you can use it like normal operating system we use. So if all like I have done this cd means change directory. So currently it is mounted at G drive. Okay, so my what is it? My file was there present inside collab notebook music recommender, right? At my drive. So my drive collab notebook music recommender. So what do I need to do? CD. Then this is my mounted place. Yes. And then this part should be the place where you have your file present. So once you have that file there, you can access it like can access it there directly, like the way you access on your local system. Right? So if that is also like good way to, because you can't if you upload and then the session is lost, you have to upload it again. You keep losing it. Collab times out after the session gets disconnected. So if it is a big file, it's very painful to keep on uploading, and because it's when you upload, it stores it in the variable directly. That's it. It doesn't store it somewhere in the drive. Okay, so this is a good option if you want to. Okay, and also so if you go, when you open this file, you have an option of, say, what is it, add to my drive. If you add to your drive, which is directly available at your place, you don't need to download and upload it. So the files which I have shared with you, if you go to them, or the folder, you go to the shared folder, okay, and then you click on that. You should get, because it is my investment, but it will give you an option my drive. So once it is added to your drive, you can directly access it this way. My drive, and then within my drive, you will have this folder directly music recommended. I do know once that every all files are uploaded. Sorry. Okay. So train.csv is about to upload. So I'll once it gets. It's almost there. Yeah. So meanwhile, I'll just try to code this. So code authorization code. Yeah, that is that link is different. You have to run that cell, and it gives you that authorization. What to say? It opens another window where you have to authorize it, and then it gives you a link. It's not same. It's account specific. It's like consent. Yes, it's like what you say, privacy type thing.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir.
Sorry.
This is a picture again.
Yeah.
The code which says load the data, it has train.csv, and since in the drive which you had shared with us doesn't have train.csv, we are getting exception over there.
Oh, so just
in load data you have said train.csv, and the CSV is not there in the drive you shared with us.
Yeah, it's always 95% uploaded. That's what I mentioned, right? I had some issues with the network, so I have to upload it again. So because of that size, it was still in the uploading process. So it's almost like 99%. So I'll confirm when it gets uploaded. So you should see. You are seeing s.csv, song.csv, song extra, and one more file. Sample submission, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So train.csv should be. I'll pick again when it is there. Okay. So maybe anyone other else is trying to do that authorization thing. Okay. So now train.csv should be there. And there is one more file, members.csv. So all files should be present. Can you check the chat?
Just give me a minute, sir. I'll check.
Yeah, sure. Okay. All right. So everyone that done that this part. Sorry, not this part. Before that, you need to do here. Authorization running. Okay. So you have to copy that code, Vismita. So it must have opened, not getting anything.
So I have one doubt actually. Sorry to interrupt you. Since I have mounted my drive before your train.csv got uploading in the folder which you have shared with us. Before that, I have mounted my drive. So I need to again mount my drive, right?
No. It's your drive, right? That is mounted. So all you need to do is go to that folder. Can you see? So the shared folder with like music recommender. Can you open it?
Yeah. Train.csv is there now.
Yeah. So in that folder,
will it be getting automatically updated in my collab as well, where the drive is got mounted?
No. You have to add it. Okay. Do right click. You should do an option to add to my drive.
Okay.
Check if you get such option. Sorry, Vismita. Okay, authorization you have done, Vismita. Okay. Yeah, no problem. But after getting, so you get this link on a page, right? On new page. This drive. Okay, so on your drive you can see and you can navigate, right, Vismita? Okay, so all right. Content G drive. So and you also you got this message. That's fine. And did you also do right click on that folder, add to my drive, music recommender? Okay, try that. So the link which I have given, link to data set. Okay, let me. I'll do this in new tab. Yeah, I'm opening that drive. So
Sir, I'm not getting the sorry, option.
Yeah.
I'm not getting the option of adding it to my drive. I can see that in my shared with me option, but I cannot add it to my drive.
Oh, okay.
I think you have just given us the access rights are different, I think. Maybe because of that.
It's public actually, it should not be a problem. That's all. So what option do we get? Sorry, what option are we getting? Anything?
No, sir, we are not getting the option.
So this way it doesn't happen when you open it, right? Is it like right click and nothing of this you're getting?
No, I'm just getting share, get link,
Yeah.
add shortcut to the drive.
Okay.
And now I got the download option again, but the remaining option I am not.
Yeah. So okay. Okay. So the last. Okay, it didn't got downloaded, right? You were trying to download also. It was downloading, right? It should have given an option to.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, what we have to do after that message that mount is mounted the drive.
Sorry, come again.
We got this message mounted at content G drive. So what we have to do after that?
So I was saying the folder which I have shared, it should have given you an option of add to my drive. So
Yes,
that's what
add
I'm trying to do.
shortcut to drive. That option is there, sir. Add shortcut to drive.
Okay,
The
try
same
that.
option. Add shortcut to drive.
Okay. So so you have added now on my drive. Can you see that folder?
Sir, I can see shortcut of it created on my drive.
Okay. So on my drive directly, you can see there is a folder, right? There is no subfolder. Yeah.
Okay, let me check it, sir.
Okay. So on your collab, if you run OS and os.list directory, just try running that. What I think you should get the folder music recommender. Yes, especially we have to. Anyone tried? No, not that one. This one. Import OS and os.list directory. G drive. Okay. Config G drive sample data. No, not this one. This one don't run. Don't run this one.
So why am I getting error on that line upload equals to drive.pf file?
No, that one I was writing to bring that that upload wala button. Okay, so scrap that.
Okay. Okay, so after doing that import OS wala cell, I got this output config G drive sample data. I'm
Okay,
not
so you
getting the same output what you have got sample submission.csv song
okay.
extract.
Okay, no problem. Just run this then. CD content. Okay, so you are within G drive, right? So you should run G drive / my drive and this. So whoever has similar output, yeah, just do CD my drive and then do os.list directory. You should be seeing music recommender. If you do see, then yeah, you can also use same this command. So when you after you run the command, again do os.list directory and check what is it giving you. Since you have added the shortcut to my drive, then it should be having access to that file, those files. One is not on me. Let me try.
So now I can see the music recommender folder
Okay.
in my collab notebook under the My Drive tab. I mean the GD drive, no, the folder. When we click on the collab notebook, I
Yeah.
can see the music underscore recommender folder over there,
Yeah.
and I can see that all the files, all 1, 2, 3, 4.
So in OS dot after running os.list directory, you can see the files.
Yes, I can see the file. But I'll
Okay.
go
So,
and I'll just start to read the file. If I'm getting an exception, I'll let you.
okay. So Vismita, what happened, Vismita? My drive, no, it's not that way. This is not correct. check Vismita what I have written. It's different. G drive / my drive, M small, Y small without a space. That's not what I have wrote. It's just right this way exactly. Correct. So Vismita, now if you run os.list directory, can you see music recommender? You should see it. Because Apeksha was able to do.
I can see the file under the hierarchy on the left side. Okay. But still I'm getting an error when I'm trying to read the CSV. I don't know why, because I think the path which you have given is different from the path which we required. Because
Okay,
I
so
went there and I just copied the path. It is
okay,
different.
no. Yeah, no. If when you have run this, what is the exact output? Just give me the exact output which you are getting after running this.
After running that, okay, I'll just copy paste it. So please check the output I have taken.
No, but after you have run,
OS, right?
you have run CD, right? %CD space and everything. Did you run that? Someone
I
had
need
run,
to
right?
uncommit it and run it, right?
Yes, please.
Okay.
So run accordingly because you are now inside content, right? All you need to do is run from G drive. Run accordingly. The correct what output call dot specified. Okay. Pooja Mehta got an output. Pooja, if you can share the list directory, you should see only 4 files. So basically, Pooja, I think they are able to access the files.
Sir, can you please show it in your collab notebook because we are not getting.
Okay.
Just please make a copy of it and please show it in your collab notebook.
Okay. So when I run this, I can see lines.
Yes, we are not getting this CSV file, sir. The same config data, something like that. Config G drive sample data, the same only. And no such file or directory.
Drive, right? You are inside. Okay. So I do set CD and then so now I am inside collab. One step up. So everyone is getting this, right? Who was speaking last? Piksha or so everyone is at this page, right? So when you are at this place, you need to run percent cd G drive, right? So you need to start from G drive and then my drive. Run it in single quotes. Okay. So, but for me, it said collab notebooks, but for you, it should be directly music recommender. So you can write like this way. So when you run this, should get, for me, there is one more folder, that's why I'll get different output.
Sir, can I say something?
Yeah.
I think for us the better way is to click on the folder icon which is on the left side of the Colab notebook, and we can see the music folder over there, and we can click on three dots and we can copy the path from there. Click on the G drive.
Yeah.
Click
Okay.
on the G drive. There you will find the my music wala folder, music recommender wala folder, and then we need to click on those three dots and we can copy the path from there. And we need to paste that path in the first line below the import OS tab, and uncomment all the three percentage CD, that is standing for, I think, change directory. And then
Yes.
our code won't give us the error, because I did the same way and then my error got resolved.
Okay. Thank you.
So we want to make the mistake in copying the path this way.
Okay, so this everyone should be having this, right? So who was speaking? So as she mentioned, if everyone follows that, everyone will get the correct copy path from here, right? It's showing me for me in the left hand side. Vandana, did you add the shortcut? Because it is for others, right? Someone was able to access, right? So it should be directly in my drive. Anyone? So some of us are able to access it, right? Some of us can run. Anyone? So you are able to run. Okay. Let me. Okay, so this one everyone would have been able to run properly with that. Anyone still trying for collab? Okay, so this load data should have worked, right? Those who are able to mount it correctly. Okay, so I can see this. So anyone else was able to reach that this point? Okay, Apiksha is done. Who else? Vaishali? Ninja, they got output at the So I'll just, this I already explained there. So first part was loading the train file, train.csv. Second part was loading the songs file, okay, which has, like the way in SQL we have song ID here, and we need corresponding song details here. And the same way we have member table, or say member CSV. Okay, so Vaishali, Vismita, good. Diksha is also done. Okay. So yes, so basically we are kind of trying to join three CSV, right? They have given us three CSV. So it's kind of left join the way we do in SQL. So read.csv has got what? Song ID. I think everyone must have seen, I've shown it earlier. So df, when you read this, it has got song ID. And this song ID is present in songs.csv as well. So it will match and then it will merge. We will merge it. Yeah. So now our, see, how means left join. Okay, so it will merge everything present on this joined with this. Okay. Similarly, we are trying to do the join on member CSV as well. Members means users, right? So when we do this, so first part was analyzing data. So we had like 73,000, sorry, 7,37,700. Okay, so when we print, we can see on null. Okay, so the problem is I've run this as well. Yeah. So this line of code. So if you would have run, so what does this do? So it checks data type. So let me run this again so that it's easy to understand. Okay, so I'll print tf.code. This would have subsequently. So now if I run df.info, what do I get? It's different, right? It has got 41,000 non-null. Okay, rest might be null. Right? 73,000. This is all are non-null. So when you do info, you get a kind of short stats of what the data frame looks like. Okay. So what I've done is I've not dropped those because then we will lose records. We try to drop any. So what we have done is include. Okay. So there are few. If you see, there are few whose data type is object. Right? Because it is mixed string and number. Then it automatically thinks of it as an object. Or basically object is just like a string, so it doesn't know it's a mixed thing, right? So int one, this is pure number. This would be pure number. This would be number as well. This would be as well. Okay. This is basically date written as number, right? So what we have done is select data types, include object. Okay. So if you want to see data types, you can also see data type directly. You say df.dtypes. Run this. So this is the data type. I mean, it shows there as well, but yeah, if you want to simply data type, this is the way, right? So now we've said include data types, select data types, include only object dot columns, and df of I for all data types, select data types, and then dot columns means I'll get the column name in I, right? So for that column where the data type is object, because only in that case I can see null objects are present. See, 6 is present where it is object type. Most of the cases it is that way. Right? So what we'll try, we'll replace it with unknown. Okay, you can drop it as well, but that's all up to us. So this has, when I run this, it will clear all my null. So everything is not null. So still have to. Yeah. If I run something after that, okay. Df dot. See, everything is not null. We've kind of cleaned all the records. There's no null thing here. Right. So other thing, we have date columns. Test date columns. F dot head. So message number, song ID, source system tab, source name, language city. At the end we have this 20130731. This is date, but it's like a number, right? So we may need to format it. So we basically have two date columns, right? Registration init time and registration init time and expiration date. So this is registration init time. So what we have done, df.registration init time is equals to pd.toDate time. So it will convert into date time where I pass this is my column name. This is the format which it is present. See yy, see y m is small because it is number, and then d, right? Errors it says ignore, means if there is any parsing error, it will ignore that. Otherwise it will fail. Fine until this point. Till this. Is anyone running as well? Getting outputs? Okay, great. Apeksha is able to do. Who else? Vishali? Yes. Good. Smita, okay. Smita is also good. Okay. So no problem until this. So here what we are doing, we're trying to convert. So we have registration init time here is now okay. When I run this, I run only this, we should be able to see. Just run this because then it is clear to see what has it changed. Has it or has it not? Okay. So it have changed. So like I said, df dot head. So registration init time, we should see as, see now it has shown like a date. Okay, and it was also if you check see now pandas recognize it as a date, right? So it was treating it as a string until then. So now we have converted both of these. Okay, if I run the complete cell, so it will convert everything, both the columns. Correct. So also, what we have done is we have created separate columns for year, month, and day, because we need to pass this to machine learning model. We can't directly pass. So we have created registration init time year, init time month, day. Similarly for this expiration time, date, month, year, month, day. Right. So you can see about original columns. So you got year, month, day, year, month, day. Right. Now these are numbers. These are numbers. 2015. Okay. This is not actual number. This doesn't mean anything, right? It's year number. So if I keep it as it is, so machine learning model will say, okay, this is 2013. So it will take it as a numerical value. Like, okay, it is 2013, it is 2015. So it has a value with it. So it will consider it as that way. We can't, even though it is a number, we need to convert it into categorical, because it's not always necessary. We always only convert this what is it, gender or this text into category. We may also need to convert these type of year or month or day, because they may not signify, like year will not, like 2013 to 18. So you say, okay, it will consider it as a number, so which is not correct. So what I have done is do as type category. Okay, so it will convert it into categorical variable. Another numbers, another form, like it will give a category to every year. 2013 it will give one category. Okay, 2014 it will give one. 2015, okay, it will consider all unique and then give category accordingly. You could do it in n number of ways. One hot encoding or feature hasher. There are different ways of doing it. But again, all we are doing is converting into categorical variables. So I've run this. Just try to see what it is data now. Is it is so this same code, not as type category, here also as type category. Right. All the object columns, because why we need object columns? Because now, I think I will run that. So there were few object columns. Okay. So we need number in that. Now registration init time is also int. Expiration date is int. This is the is int. So this everything is a number. So when I convert I run this, I run the first one, it converted like lyrics, what was it, gender, all the text sort of thing into numbers. Now this is category codes. So let's try to see. Is it done? See, everything is number. Unit time is a number. Has given a category to it. Expiration date is a number. City is a number. Birthday was anyway the number. Gender is a number. Right? And until this, so got this output or similar? Anyone? Okay, so everyone is running along, right? Able to run the cells. Show this one. Which one you want? So whenever we try to, I have it not written anywhere, but whenever you try to do any modification, keep on checking like what's the change in your data. Try to view it. Which data type? Okay, it's df.d types. Okay, if you want to see this df.d types, this one. So these are few things you should always remember. Keep checking. df.head, df.describe, df.info, df.info gives so much more information. Right? Fine, everyone. Diksha, Rasmita, right. So if I want to see the correlation between these, right, how these are correlated, how these variables affect each other, and I want to visualize it, right, I'll do something like this. Then this df dot correlation will give me correlation. This is normal matplotlib configure method. 7,5 I think it's the dimensions. 7 rows, 5 columns. This is the size of the figure, doesn't matter. Heat map will give me this sort of thing. And what I am passing to it is df.correlation. This is the method on data frame on pandas. Right? I pass this to heat map, say plot.show. Something like this appears. Which means message number and here also message number, which it is highly correlated. Right? Which is obvious. You will always see a diagonally white line. This is white. White means 1. Right? These are very less correlated. City and registration time. Obviously, city has nothing to do with the registration, right? Similarly, you see this is orange means it is more correlated somewhere. Composer, artist name. Everyone this design. Okay. Now if I see the columns, so with like general common sense, what do we think? Message number is important to predict anything. It's an ID. In general, it's an ID generated by the system. What do we think? Message number and song ID. Any suggestion? Are they going to give any information? So message number and song ID, they are not going to give me any information. They're just randomly system generated. It's not okay. So if you see data. Okay, now it has got encoded. But see, this is message number. What will it tell you? Nothing. This was just there to join it with song, the details. Right? There is no other significance of or importance of this message number here or song ID here. This gibberish character. It's not going to give me anything. This is still fine. So system tab discover my library. This is still giving me something. Right? These are all informations. Composer, yeah, it is giving me something. Gender, female, or maybe some don't prefer to say what is. That is also information. Time is information. But this not that important. So is it good? So I drop the columns. So according to human sense, doesn't look important, right? In any case, in any scenario, these type of columns like system ID, user ID, any sort of ID which are system generated, they are not going to give you any information, right? In fact, name is also not going to give you any information. Okay. So we are. So everyone did anyone this? This code. Then everyone. Okay. So assuming we have copied, or yes, is it Y or yes? Swapnali? Okay. Okay, so when we run df.add, we should see only these columns, right? Okay. So another problem. If we try to run 6, okay. So what can we see? So system tab. This has got minimum of 0, maximum of 8. Fine. Df.describe, right? If anyone is curious. See, we have to know our data very well, right? Then only we can do anything with it. We have to keep analyzing, trying to know the data as much as we can. Okay. So, okay, so this has got 73,000 value, that is fine. Mean is 2. Okay. Mean is 0 and max is 8. Still fine. This has got 0 and 20. See, and you must have known, must have been taught in IQR, interquartile range, has been taught. Been as IQR, what is it? Interquartile range. Anyone? Okay. So when you plot a curve, that is another big topic. So when you plot a curve of the values, there is standard deviation. You get bell curve. Okay, forget that. So this means 25% of the values lies. 25% of the values are 0. Between 25 to 50% values has got this value, and 50 to 75% is 3. So this from 25% to 75%, this we call it as the quartile range. Okay, so if we see the extent, it's between 0 and 3, right? So minimum is fine, but what about maximum? It is far out of the range. It's an outlier, big outlier. Okay, forget 8, see 20. Okay, and you can see even more here, 403, 0 and 403, 1852. See, these are very unbalanced numbers. If we give this much big numbers to machine learning algorithm, it will faint, right? So we need to scale it. Have we done? Haven't we done scaling techniques? Did we? Standard scalar. What else? What else did we do? Any idea? Standard scalar and what else is there? Max min. Okay. Robust. All right. Good. Okay. So, and we know why do we do it, right? So we must have known why do we know to scale the data, right? Because it will try to, what do you say, learn it, influence it. If it has got higher values, like 236 is got it's higher value, right? It'll try to influence the other small data, which doesn't mean, what is it, overfit. Yes, it will try to overfit. If you have big values, these big values will overlap this. It will make this look redundant. So machine learning model will, yes, correct. 0 to 1, minus 1 to 1 depends. Robust will do, min-max will do between, I think, 0 to 1. Standard will do, yeah, standard will do 0 to 1, then minus 1 to 1. Robust will also same, similar way. So robust will have minus as well. So for that purpose, we need to scale them down. Robust may have minus and it will balance it, right? It's not only 1 and 0. It will try to balance it. You can see the data afterwards. I'll show. Okay, so now what I'm doing, excluding the target, which is my label, which is going to be my output variable. Is target. Target is my outcome. Is it recommended or not recommended? To see target, see target is simple, no problem with target. So minimum is 0 or 1. It's binary basically. I don't need to do anything with this. It's already 0 or 1. I need to predict it that way only. So I'm not going to touch it, right? Because it will again go in minus and everything. So I'll skip that. So if column not equals to target, right, I'll just run robust scalar on that fit transform. Right? And if I run it, we'll just punch the code in case. Look for indentation. There was a slight typo in that. So now if I run here, sorry, df dot see scale down -4, still here about 1 out there, but it was 400, so still come down. So -2, -62. So most of them did come down, but some of them because I think it has got.
So this is Apeksha. Sorry to interrupt you, but I'm getting one error in the cell which is 54 in your code. It is saying the invalid syntax.
Yeah. So I punched the code again because there was a small typo there.
What should be there? A colon or a semicolon?
No, they are equal to. I think instead of equal to, it was hyphen. Check.
So I changed it to equal to sign as well. Still, I'm getting the error. So is there a colon or a semicolon you have written?
No, semicolon, only colon. Yeah, in Python only colon.
Okay, because I'm getting the error over there. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Resolved yet? Did you manage to run picture? Okay, so everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem. Yeah. Alright. So when I do describe, I can see considerably it has got scaled, right? But it has still got, I don't know how many components. Okay. Let's see how many components it has. df.columns. Okay, we need to keep running these few queries. df.columns, describe and info. Right. So I've got 22 features. Right? Still a lot. Okay. So now comes the part. I've got 20 features. I split it into training and testing. So you must have done that many times, right? There is a test side is 0.2, 0.8 or something, not 0.8, sorry, 0.2, 0.3. Okay. I'll basically split it in getting 24 features out. So did you not run this one? Should. Okay. confirm the columns which you are getting. Here dot columns and this here. Okay, so if you run this again. Better now? Paste the code. And I can't. Yeah, you have the paste it. Just okay. This one. Just run it above describe. Try now to get say like let's try to do the length. We can. Right. So assuming you are getting now 22. Okay. So now we still got 22 features, but again before that we'll just split this data, right? Training and testing. Everyone must have done in previous hands-on many exercises we have done this is FDP2. So yeah, that's it. We are aware of train test split. What is test size? What is BF? What is target? So in target, I got label. Label is what? Label is outcome or output variable, which we are predicting. Right? So for example, if I have some K, resist say something. Okay, so and then I got target column. So target can be 1 or 0. 0 means not recommended. So this is output variable, right? So it has got 10 other features, like 22 features out of the. So target variable means outcome which we are trying to predict. Okay. So I just pop this target out. Pop will remove it from DL. Pop will remove it from DL. Then I'll pass it to train plus split. This is my data frame without target variable. This is target column, basically. Data frame without target column and with this target column and this is test set. So I'll just run this. So let me know once everyone reaches. So you have to uncomment this part. Target equals to df.pop target. Please remember to uncomment that. Otherwise, it will give you error. It's done. So we are fine until this. So anyone else as well? Maybe Smita, Vaishali, a picture. Sorry if I call you directly because I'm not aware who's student or who's a faculty. So I'm not sure. So instead of ma'am, I'm calling by name. Please forgive. So here now at this point, you must have done principal component analysis. I think it was covered. 21st, right? We have an idea what is PCA. Right, it was covered. Yes, okay. So you know it is. You have heard the name basically, right? So this is present. If you see, it's part of the what we have done in case. Interested to skill under decomposition import PCA. Right? PCA. It's okay. So and we create this is creating instantiating or creating an object of that model or say PCA class, right? We pass number of components equals to 8. What does this mean? So whatever I pass, whichever data I pass, it will create only 8 features out of it. It will create 8 features. It will not just select, it will do weighted average. It will do weighted average of the features. Right? It will do weighted average of the features and then create resultant 8 features. Out of those 22, we can't fit 22 to the machine learning model. We can fit, but again it will take too much of time and then it might not be useful. So we'll try to reduce it and see if we get, what do we get. Right. So this part we are creating the model object. This part we are just assigning train data, creating a backup of train data variable to xtrain. Okay. Then what we are doing is model.fit transform. Fit transform will do what? Will convert my xtrain, which has got 22 variables, sorry, features or columns into 8 because I mentioned n equals to 8. So model.fit will give me here only 8. Okay, and also bear in mind this will not be a data frame. This will be by array. Right? You can feed that directly to machine learning model. So now I've got trained data. Right? So the model which we created, the model on which we fit our training data, we need to do similar on test data as well, right? Because train has got 22 features, test will also have 22. Right? How will you predict on 8? Supplying only how will you predict because model is expecting 8 features and you will be passing 22. You will be passing 22. Right? So we need to transform it, not fit transform. Fit we will do only on training data. Okay? And test data will just do transform. So now this, what will this give me? This will give me train data and test data both with only 8 features. How many? Only 8 features. So I'm running this. So please, once you run it, don't rerun it again because it might again corrupt the data. Okay. You have to run it because then again you have to run the beginning. Run it only once. Or we can. So once, just try everyone runs it. So if I want to do now train data type. It's now a NumPy array. It's not a data frame. You just this is how it looks. Shapes. See, 51,000. 8 means 8 features, 8 dimensions. run until this. This will give you the shape. Anyone? Got same output or similar? Smita, Vishali. Don't put the round bracket. Double column. Vishali. No, Vishali, without us. I think you are putting this round bracket. Don't put that round bracket. Okay, great. Everyone is on the same page. Now explain variance. If you see this part, model dot explain variance ratio. This will explain. This will tell us out of those 8 features, what's the contribution of each, right? So if you see, if you must have used PCA and some and so on. So you know if you run this you get this variable, this property basically. So the first one comprises of 88%. It contributes to 88%. Okay. Second one only 5, 1, and it goes on decreasing. Always in the gives you output in the descending order, right? So got this output must be similar for everyone. What data is same. Variance ratio, it gives you the variance out. Variance ratio means it gives you variance in the output when this feature is changing. When this data changes, how much is output dependent on this. So this is 88%. This doesn't mean it is dependent on the first feature. It means PCA converted those 22 into weighted features, weighted average features whose number are 8. 22 into 8. Okay, it's not directly one-to-one mapping. It's weighted sum or calculated, not directly. Okay, so and when you say explain variance ratio, it gives you in the descending order, say of the importance, descending order of importance. Okay. Alright, so fine until this, everyone got variance. Fine until this part. Okay, so assuming everyone has run until this, yeah. Apeksha, Vaishali, Smita, and okay, no problem. Yeah, I just want to. It's because then this is now this comes random forest. So we are trying to use random forest classifier, which you might have learned this morning only, right? So if you see this, I'm saying number of estimators. Everyone is aware, right? What is number of estimators? Means number of decision trees, right? Random forest is what? Forest of decision trees, correct? So number of estimators I am supplying. This, this is subjective. You have to give a try, like it's normally 10, 20, 40, 50, but as you keep this increasing, you need more computing power. And also same with the depth. Depth means how deep should each decision tree should go. So I said 2 levels, okay? Like this one, and then 2 levels, okay? And number of estimates 8, 10. Alright, I kept this small because then I get output in time. Otherwise, it will take long time to run, right? So I'm trying to use random forest classifier. So this is creating an object, and now I'm trying to fit my training data. This is features, training label. This is my output, right? Which was target. This one, this. Okay, so you got one random forest classifier object. There are various hyperparameters which we can tune, to get our output. So this now our model RFC has got the model. This model is present, right? Which is trained on my data. Which is trained on my data. So now everyone has got this, right? Random forest classifier. Everyone must have received this. Okay. So similarly, I've got another one. XGBoost, which I mentioned earlier, right? So we are not going to use now. I'll run it later. We'll first check what does this one gives me. Okay, so now I've got model RFC, which is random forest classifier. I'll try to predict with that model, right? Getting it. Check training data and then dot predict. So we just run this. Okay. So it must have created something in my predict label RFC. Predict label RFC. One. Yeah. Run until this point. Just yes, so everyone got this type of output array 11000 predict label RFC. When you run this, anyone else as well who got this output with the random forest? So similar to random forest, we have XGBoost, which I mentioned. It's a combination of random forest as well as it does what do I say? Tagging and boosting, right? So it does boosting as well, where it tries to minimize the error. So if you must have learned about gradient descent. So gradient descent, that learning rate should not be too small, neither should it be too high, because then it will miss the converging point. So these are the parameters. So learning rate, max depth, which is same as random forest, minimum child weight. Okay, that is also dependent on decision trees and number of estimators. How many number of decision trees you need. Okay, so we will again run this as well to check what does it do. Okay, so I got output. It got trained on my data. Anyone else? Got XGB output? Okay. Right, so I'm trying to use two different algorithms. You can use any one. I just choose this one because this was covered this morning. So and this classifier algorithm was used and it is very popular because it gives good response. And XGB is another very useful. You will see most of the time people using this. So there is XGB classifier and XGB regressor as well. So XG boost is very good algorithm. So that's why I try to use both. Okay, so now I got this variable which will predict. Okay, now I have got predict labels XGB. XGB means XG boost. RFC means random forest. So similarly in XGB also I'll get something array, right? Okay, so now we will check. I mean, we have split our main data into train and test, right? So that we can do validation, right? Like 70-30. So what I do is I'll cross check this with my test labels, right? Which is my test data, not test.csv, but from train only we created two separate parts. Like 70% is for training only, and then 30% will be for testing. Okay. So I've passed the trying to do classification report. You must have heard about it. You must have heard about it. Sorry, classification report. Okay. When I try to run for random forest, I'll get something like this. Okay. So predicting 0 or predicting not recommended, it's 61% accurate, and same for predicting 1. Right. So this was the result for random forest. Decision recall accuracy, how much accurate it is, and then weighted average is this. F1 score is combination of these. So classification metrics you must have initially gone through. It must have been covered. So, but basic idea is it gives us information about how well our model have performed, right? How good it was able to classify. But we can see it's saying 61%, right? I took this from unsolved problems. So we don't know which algorithm is going to give us the best result. So let's see if XGBoost is giving us any better. So even XGBoost is not giving very much good results. Like it 60-61%. So, right, so got both the outputs, random forest and XGBoost, right? So we saw accuracy 56. Yes, so it's not much improvement. So there are two things we can do, go back and do, like increase number of components, right? When PCAV converged 22 to 8 components. And also here we have number of estimators 10. So we can increase it to say 40, 50 with depth. Okay, this nothing is perfect in this data science. So we need to try with the say number of estimators we increase and we see the improvement. Like let's try. I'll try with say 10 components. Here's this estimators. Trying to increase the number of estimators. Okay, let's see if it gives me anything. 58, no, 61, right? This was 56. This anyone tried with different combination? See, I increased 50 and 8, so it's now started taking time. Oh, that is the issue. So let's see. We're taking more of a RAM as well. So it's 63 now, right? So somewhat improving. Anyone tried? Actually, you know, tried different sets. Okay, slightly improved. I can see like 63. So, but again, if I go more, start taking more and more time. This is how, I mean, that is it. What to say? And once you know the data, you need to the estimators and hyperparameters, all the hyperparameters you need to fine tune it to get your so let's see next step this 15. Let's try with XC boost because this should 61 with 40 estimators and then 4. On this data we get much. Still running. Still running. Okay, so that is it. To give with more and how we have taken please, I mean, if you remember, we did take only 10% of the data. Oh, that is another point. So when you're trying this, I mean, now you have the file and you can try any time, right? You have this Colab notebook. So if someone wants to try with more data, it's only 1%. 73,000 rows we are processing. So if you try to do like 40%, although it might take time a bit, but we can try. So get a better results because we increased the depth and estimators didn't give much. Maybe 64. Okay.
think he has a net connection, so I think lost out. Just a minute, calling. Pankaj sir. No, you are out actually, out of meet. You are yeah, you got disconnected. You are out of meet. Hello everyone. There was a call from Pankaj. He's trying to connect, but he's not getting the connection. So he said anyway, most of the part is over. So if you have any doubts or any clarification, you can send him an email. And if you want his email, I can put it here in the chat box. Let me search. If at all anybody wants to discuss anything, then you can discuss with him afterwards. He's trying to connect, but his connection is weak. So I have put his email in the chat box. You can pick up his email from the chat box, and those who are interested to learn more can get connected to him. No issues. Okay. So then, thank you very much. So we could not get a chance to say thank to even Pankaj. So I can now, in his absence, I can only say that thank you, Pankaj. Thank you very much. And to conduct a such detailed study in hands-on mode is really a difficult task. But anyway, he was trying his level best in spite of having the poor connection. So thank you, thanks a lot. So he is not going to rejoin again. So we will close this meeting and we will meet tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning, Dr. Mayank Singh from IIT Gandhinagar will be there in the morning. He will talk about the natural language processing NLP. And evening on the same concept, Rocky sir will be there who will be taking the hands-on session. Okay. So thank you very much. Tomorrow morning we will join. Thanks a lot.